Well,
Hey,
we got something.
all right.
We are starting soon.
Starting soon.
Well, usually this is great. When you're feeling well, you're late, and then when you're sick, you're early.
Well,
I guess you just camped in front of your computer all day.
no, I
Ah,
was in the other room. That's why it took a minute. I mean,
ah,
but I set up the computer about a half hour ago.
you've been waiting for this moment.
No, that's not a good camera.
That's
Oh,
not.
no. There
I
we
thought
go.
maybe you decided that you didn't want to be in front of a camera today.
So where's my fucking green screen? The settings all went away.
Yeah.
Goddamn thing.
You know, it's funny. I disconnected and reconnected my audio
I
interface.
guess StreamYard did a big upgrade and they just screwed everything up. Thank you very much, assholes.
Huh. Been great for me. Let's see if I could do... Well, I could do a blur. See, the problem is that with the wide angle here, it gets a little weird. But
Well, that's bizarre.
now I'm floating in the middle of a brick wall.
Now, I'll pretend like I have a grand piano, right?
There we go.
See, like all my pictures are gone. Like, what the hell?
Well, you can re-upload
Thanks,
them.
StreamYard. What did you do this for? I'll click on I have a green screen and see what it does. Oh, it probably screws it up. No, it didn't.
Oh, there you go. You got your grand piano back.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Uh,
flickered for some reason. Hey, dude.
And dude writes in, it's Johnny and the Sniffleupagus.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Now, did you bring that back to the mainland from the island?
Actually, my wife did, and then I caught it from her.
So she got sick on the island,
And
and you
No
had a
idea.
great time.
no. She got it. You know, the symptoms came basically while she was on the plane,
Oh,
or when we got home. And
so
it's
so
really
your
kinda
wife
the
is
next
patient
day.
0 and you're patient 1, and
Yeah.
and this is going to work its way across the country towards me. Is
Oh, you know what? The reason why I probably don't have any settings is that I'm not actually logged in to StreamYard.
which you're not required to be to join as a guest on my stream.
That's correct. Yeah.
Dude writes in, great. No, it sounds like it's just a bad cold. Sounds like you'd be fine.
Yeah, I mean, today was the worst this morning. I've been growing this sore throat that's been worse. I can hardly swallow
Now-
anything,
No, I take
which
it you
is
both.
good if you want to stop.
I take it you both stuffed a Q-tip up your nose just to verify it's a.
I haven't
just-
yet.
Oh,
You know, I haven't been going anywhere. So,
well, don't you want to make sure it's not COVID because you want to take that medication if it is, or do you know it's not COVID based on the symptoms? I mean,
I think it has to head I always have head congestion, right? So this is head congestion on steroids,
okay.
and then head congestion, you know, dripping into the throat, you know, ruins the throat.
Yeah, it's that
And that's
post-nasal
it.
drip.
You know,
that
it's not
gets
into
you.
the lungs at all. So,
You know, it's
but I'll probably take the test tomorrow.
yeah. You know, I don't call my dad much during tax season, but when I do, I catch him on a Sunday night, And so not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before, I gave a quick call because my cousin is having a little Easter get together, a pre-Easter get together for the family. Because see, Easter we used to kind of have a get together at my grandmother's house when we were kids. So it'd be our family, my uncle's family, and the whole family get together at grandma's house. And then as things got later, like the cousins and my aunt and uncle come over our house for Easter, or kind of have the Easter gathering. I think it changed over the years when I was in California. I really don't know what was happening when I was in California, but now the Easter family gathering between our family and my stepmother's family and her 3 kids and all the grandkids, it's too much. There just wasn't room for our aunt and uncle's family to be over for Easter. There just wasn't room at the table. So at some point a decision had to be made that like, hey, why don't you have your Easter celebration, we'll have our Easter celebration, and we'll compare notes later. And so now my cousin sometimes throws a little pre-Easter celebration so we could still all get together, our group, for a little kind of Easter celebration before the real Easter celebration. So I gotta drive down to Jersey for that. Well, I don't got to, but I want to. And of course the real question is, do I bring the train headlight with me?
Yeah. So I like Dune's comment about don't touch anything. I was up in Sequoia. I can't even talk. God damn it. I was up in Sequoia National Park.
Yeah.
Many years ago, and I went into the restroom, and this guy goes in with his 2 little kids, and every second the father was saying, "Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything." First of all, how many sick people are up at a national park that's out in the woods?
Now my mom had to say don't touch anything because I see.
But then again, like, but you should also be saying wash your fucking hands.
Yeah.
They didn't. None of them. The father didn't. The kids didn't. Wash your goddamn hands, stupid.
Now
kick the door open with your foot.
Here's one you wouldn't think you'd have to say, but my mom had to say. Because one time my brother found some free gum on the parking lot, on the ground, and it was actually in his mouth. He was chewing it.
Was it already open?
It was like a wad of gum he found somewhere.
So it was ABC gum.
It was disgusting, is what it was.
But ABC gum already been chewed.
Yes, already been chewed.
Wow. And your brother survived this?
Yeah.
Survived. Yeah.
Well, it's not a question of if he would survive the gum or if he would survive being that dumb. But right. Yeah.
It
was a phase.
The child was not eliminated at that early age.
He
Did he get smarter after that? Is he still just as stupid?
No, he's pretty smart. He also works in IT like myself, so you gotta have some intelligence to do that. Some questionable decisions along the way, but anyways. So back to, so we're having the pre-Easter celebration, which means I got to drive down to Jersey, which means I need a place to crash for the night. And of course, I know there's a guest room at my dad's house that's always available to me, but I'm not just going to show up and be like, hey, we're sleeping here tonight. So I have to have a polite, hello, all right, if we crash there that night, I'm glad we had this talk. Bye. Of course, having that polite conversation during tax season is a little complicated, so that's when I, strategize a call for Sunday night. And usually if I call him in the evening when he's not working, even during tax season, we might have a 15, 20-minute chat. But this was a, hello, how's it going? All right, if we crash there. And then, like, his cough got worse as he's like, I can't talk. If I talk, it just makes it worse. So... So we had to hang up pretty quickly because he had his cold and got to work through the cold, which that's rough. Working a job where you have people coming to sit in front of you at your desk all day long and you're hacking up a lung and, so your opening line has to be, please, it's not COVID.
Right.
If you'd like to reschedule, I understand, but it's not COVID.
The thing is, in Maui, we didn't see anybody that seemed to be sick, so I don't really know where it came
You don't
from.
know where you. Well,
And we didn't really go that many places. We went on whale watch trips
Mhm.
and a couple of different restaurants.
So did you bring a whale home with you?
No, we were just watching.
No, you just see because that's the show topic. Did Brian bring a whale home with him? But
Oh, it is. Oh,
yes,
wow.
yes, because I knew you went whale watching, and I don't know what
Yeah.
you get for a souvenir from whale watching. Maybe you try to catch a whale. I mean, if you see them off in the distance, they're like only like that big, so you could probably catch one in a jar.
That's
and bring
right,
it home
right,
with you,
right. And actually, most of the whales we saw were actually fairly far. You know, we did 5 whale watching trips. 2 of them were decent. 3 of them really sucked.
Now, is that your normal success rate? Because
Oh
I know
no,
you, but,
no. That's why we like Maui. Is that Maui is usually much better. I mean, literally, the whales were all over the place. It's just that to see them, they have to come to the surface. So, yeah. Hey, Sparky. Yeah, like that grand piano.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
No, that's
Sparky.
the
Sparky in
standard
the house.
StreamYard.
Mod Pro is in the house. Yeah, that's
The
the green.
standard StreamYard gimme background.
Right. Brian's
thought I'd
uploads
do a
are,
grand piano.
Yeah.
If I played it, it would probably hurt my ears because I have this cold.
But now Mars has messaged me that he's gonna try to join, but he might be a little late today. I think something involving a tech support call came up, so hopefully he'll join with a good story.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
maybe he'll join just in time before I collapse.
Now, Dune writes in whale code for smoking hot local talent. Yeah, no, I don't think. If you called someone a whale, I don't think they'd take that as a compliment.
One of the things I saw in a gift store was a book. It was about 4x4, so it was small.
Okay.
Right. Just loaded with recipes to what you do with Spam.
Well, you are in the Hawaiian Islands, so
yes.
Now you did go to Maui, or because I know you normally go to Maui, but
yeah, we just went to Maui,
and you did, and so this was one of your less successful, because you normally do what? Do you normally do 5 whale watching tours, or were you just trying to get to the good ones?
We've been. Like on the get-go, we scheduled the 5 basically every other day. So you have a whale road trip, then you can recover, then you go on to the next one, then you can. So you take a day off in between. I mean, I know some. We've met some guys that will go on a whale road trip one after the other. Hardcore. You get tired, whatever. You want to relax. That's the whole idea of vacation. But
right, yeah. It's some vacations are relaxing, and some vacations are. But in some vacations, you could have your mixture of active and relax. And Hawaii's
and that's exactly what it is. You go on a whale watch trip. Now, actually, the second trip, one of them that sucked, was at this other. So most of the trips we go on through are out of Lahaina, which is the town on West Maui, and we like that. So once in a while you go out of Malaya, and on this trip it was very windy. The water was choppy, and the guy announcing on the microphone says, "Oh yes, so this is the second windiest port on the planet. Guess which one number 1 is? Oh, Wellington, New Zealand. Great. That's really interesting thing to know. It could actually be. It could suck actually worse than this."
Now, OX64 wants to know why I'm talking to Drew Carey. Did Brian get replaced?
Drew Carey? Did I make him about Drew Carey?
I don't
Or
think you
is
look
it the
like
glasses?
it could, but you've always worn the glasses.
Well, no, no, no. But these are a different glass. You know how to go
Oh,
Google
is that
those.
what it is? Those are Drew
These
Carey
are
glasses.
Parkers.
Oh, okay. No, but
But as I recall, Drew Carey's glasses were just a black horn rim, whatever you call it.
they were just big and prominent.
Right.
The OX64
And
writes,
and the
oh,
funny
that
thing is that he got LASIK, so he didn't need glasses anymore, but he continued to wear them
and,
because, hey, that's my look.
yeah,
Right.
I think he ditched the glasses after getting the LASIK, realized, oh my God, I need the glasses for my look, and then
Yeah.
like bought glasses without lenses. And
My mom got cataract surgery when she was in her 80s, and she didn't need glasses anymore, but she would get glasses because she thought glasses protect her eyes.
hmm.
I have to have something on my face to protect my eyes.
Now,
Okie dokie, that's the best excuse yet.
now, Five Hit Dune wants to know: were there any cute Asian girls there? Asking for someone whose name rhymes with Marky Poster. Any cute girls on the islands there?
Marky Poster?
Sparky Toaster would rhyme with
Oh, oh,
Marky
oh,
Poster.
oh, oh. Okay.
That was quite a cryptic code
There were some. Several times we went to this little food court that we could walk to. In the past they've had a McDonald's there, they had a Subway there. Now they're just small shops. You might say it's like a food truck, in stalls,
Mhm.
like Singapore is. And so we'd go there for either lunch or dinner or whatever. And yeah, there were some nice looking Asian women there.
Yeah. And we got Dune's favorite picture of Brian's Asian wife right here.
Oh yeah. There you go. Beautiful.
The image that all listeners and viewers of the show will forever associate with Brian's wife.
Right.
Just a nice lady that was nearby and willing to hold the dog while you took a picture.
Yes. She volunteered for it.
Mod Pro is not sure what's going on here.
Yeah.
Mod Pro, wait, that's Brian's wife? No, that's not Brian's wife. That's
Right.
I don't
See,
think this joke is very good because we always have to explain it.
And you get a rumor started, and the rumors just don't go away.
Well, that's the thing, because we joke about it so much and we don't explain it enough that there are still probably hundreds of people out there that think you have an Asian wife. OX64 writing in, she's cute. Mod Pro writing in, thank God.
My background is Finnish. And I tell people, being Finnish, it's actually like being an Asian, right?
Is it?
Not really. Well, you do. Okay, so the indigenous people around the Arctic all have Asian features.
Oh, okay.
That's undeniable. And I'm guessing that the family has some of that in it, but I don't know. I have no evidence for it. But I'll go with that. I'm more Asian than European, although the blonde hair and blue eyes kind of fucked that over. But
OX64 writes in, that is really his wife. Just wait, you'll see. She plays piano and will be sitting down and play the piano behind him any minute.
Any minute there.
That would be impressive, considering that's a green screen picture and not a real piano.
That's right. That's right.
Like the Bugs Bunny or the Roadrunner cartoon where they paint the tunnel. And then
yes, right. And then a train comes out of it.
Right. And then Mopper writes in, I was going to say she's out of his league. I don't know about that. I don't know. Brian wants to get an Asian wife. I think he can get an Asian wife.
So my actual wife is kind of half German and half Scots-Irish.
So very much not Asian.
Pretty much kills that whole theory.
Which made it hilarious because I remember what you told her, the running joke, and apparently she got a laugh out of that, which I think is the only time this show has ever made Brian's wife laugh.
That's right. That's right.
That and the time that you tweeted a picture wearing that ridiculous hat.
OX 64, you got fooled? I thought you were smarter than that. But it's a good line, hey, what the heck?
No, yeah. And Sparky points out that you did spend time in Singapore, so the Asian wife thing goes along with your history.
Yes, that's right.
One could believe that you went to Singapore a bachelor and came back a married man, or went to Singapore a married man, came back a twice married man. Depends what story you want to spin here. But,
right. I'm pretty sure that Singapore doesn't allow polygamy.
No. So that's why there'd have to be a story there, how that
resulted
in
a
second marriage.
Realize that the first story wasn't ended, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, hopefully Mars will be joining us soon. Trying to think what stories I could tell. The problem is my head is filled with work-related stories.
Oh yeah.
And I can't tell any of it.
Oh yeah.
So drive me nuts. Like, oh, can't talk about that. Can't talk.
So
about
let's
that.
talk about Maui a little bit, okay? Let's talk about Maui, so you don't get tempted to tell your stories.
I'm not. I know better.
I know. So, we took a few years off from going to Maui because
some
of
global
COVID.
Event happened that made travel difficult.
In fact, when we were last there, COVID was just starting. In fact, that cruise ship was in Maui while we were there. The cruise ship that got infected with, and then went off to San Francisco, and
so you
they
brought it back. You brought
there.
COVID to San Fran, is what you're saying.
Right. People weren't even wearing masks back then.
Well, at first there was worry that there'd be a run on masks, on medical masks, and then there'd be none for the professionals. So yeah, I mean the first thought was maybe we tell people hold off on the mask. Then it was, well, why don't we tell them to wear masks, but just not medical masks, just how make your own, or so.
So Mod Pro, wait, you got COVID? The answer
no,
is,
he got a cold.
I have a cold, and back then I did not get COVID.
Right, but Brian and his wife have not traveled to Maui for a number of years due to COVID.
But it did start there. It's just that we didn't get it.
Right.
Thank goodness, because the vaccine.
You didn't really bring it home to the mainland. I was just teasing. Unless you were
no. It's a good story, right?
Right. That's a good story.
The thing that's so funny is that they quarantined that ship for what, a month, whatever, and COVID was all over the place in the Bay Area anyway. So why would you quarantine those people?
Well, you're still trying to minimize. I mean, just because. I mean, do you really throw your hands up and go, well, there's nothing we can do, so let's just let it run its course? And I mean, that was some people's attitude towards it, was just let nature do its thing. And then there's Mars. Hello. Oh no,
hey,
Mars is backwards. Is what he's doing? He's backing on in.
Hi. Hello.
Olé.
Is my mic working?
Yes.
Hey. Hi.
Sweet, huh?
Mars just got off a long call, I take it.
Family tech support. My father. Woo!
Oh, well, that's important.
Now, did he enable? Did he check his TCP/IP settings?
You know what? We forgot to check the paper if it's in the printer tray.
I was getting to that.
Whoa.
Brian, are you okay? Brian, what happened? Brian, are you all right?
I've got a cold.
I thought so. I thought I heard a little bit of cold there.
He caught an
Yeah,
Islander cold.
I'm practicing my Barry White voice.
Oh, you
Although I can't sing, so I don't know how I can say that.
you got to work on the deep. You gotta go bass.
Well, you could do the beginning.
Barry White.
I
Gotta do
can't
Barry
do
White.
that.
You can do the beginning of the songs where he just talks. You know, you could do
yeah.
that part.
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So Lenovo, I love you, Lenovo. You're not fixed, Lenovo. You're not.
They're not what?
It's not fixed.
Lenovo's not fixed.
No, my dad's Lenovo is not fixed.
Oh.
It's not done.
okay.
Mars has to do some research on why the effing camera doesn't want to do Windows Hello, but everything else will work with it fine. Zoom works fine. Skype works fine. What else he uses? He uses Facebook video, blah, blah, blah crap with his guitar stuff. That works fine. Guess what? Windows Hello says, you don't have a camera.
Windows Hello is a Windows app, I take
Yeah,
it.
yes. And I know it's something running when you because it works when you first boot up your computer. You know, turn on your computer. My dad doesn't do that. He just shuts the lid. So when he opens up the lid, programs have been running, and it says, "No, you don't have a camera. It doesn't exist." So it lets him log on first, but then there's something blocking it.
Here's what I hate about Microsoft.
Oh,
Is it'll tell you a problem,
okay, Barry, tell me.
but it doesn't diagnose what that problem is.
Oh,
It
we
should
went
be
to Lenovo
saying,
Advantage.
hey, set up your camera for this app.
Well, we go to Lenovo Advantage. It says an app is using your camera, and I'm like, well, which app? He goes, it doesn't tell me. I'm like, well, Lenovo Advantage. Let me bop you in the head and sit there and tell me what freaking app it is. I appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate that. What?
So Windows Hello is basically the app that uses your camera for face recognition.
Yeah.
So you can
Yeah.
log in by looking at your
At the
camera
screen, yeah.
or by
Yeah, yeah.
existing
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
your face.
Yeah.
It's a lot like when you
But
go to,
Wow.
unlock your,
Brian's got the puberty
remove
going too.
your
That's
USB
pretty good.
thing, and you hit the thing to do it, and it says it's busy.
Yeah.
The hell
I'm
you
busy.
mean
I'm doing something
busy?
else. Sorry.
I'm busy too. Just let go of the damn thing, will you?
yeah.
I mean, it's fine. I'll figure it out. It's not a big deal.
It does the face recognition for the initial sign in.
Yeah,
and then,
because there's no other apps in Windows that have been running at all. So
But then-
something is
something
taking
starts up.
Yeah,
that
it's not
ties
Zoom.
up-
That's stopped. It's not anything else. Skype isn't even loaded because we got rid of his damn Skype because
Well-
he doesn't use it. You know, he goes, why do I need Skype? I'm like, well, you don't. He goes, okay, it's gone. We deleted it. It's gone.
Well, not to mention the thing is if you launch Zoom and then enable your camera in Zoom,
it works fine.
Zoom doesn't go, oh my God, something's tying up this camera.
No, it works
so
fine.
that suggests that
Yeah.
there isn't something tying up the camera. Otherwise, Zoom wouldn't be able to override that.
It's something blocked in Windows because last time, this is the second time we've dealt with this. The last time we fixed it, he goes, oh, you fixed it. Well, the problem is he never put his computer to sleep and woke it back up again. That's another problem. And so, now we deleted his old profile for Face Unlock because my dad shaves half a year and half he doesn't. I figured, you know what, that might be part of it. You know, he has a beard during the winter and shaves clean in the
So
summer.
he
That's fine.
shaved and his computer
Yeah.
said, I don't know who you are, but you better
That's
get
what
away from
That's what I
dude's
figured.
computer.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. But then he goes, oh well. One day I was clicking around and it said, and I opened the camera up and it goes, oh yeah, and it said, do you want to do this? He goes, no, I don't want you to ever talk to me again. And he clicked it, and I don't know what it is because he doesn't tell me, but it was green. That's what he says. It was green. I'm like, oh, thank you.
So Bob Pro wants to know if this is Windows 11.
Yes. Windows 10, it did it too. We did a Windows update. That's fine. 11 works fine. 11 works right
Why
on
did
his
you
computer.
do that?
It works wonderful. He has no problem with it. He likes 11 actually.
See, this is my idea of a nightmare call. A call in which I get off the call leaving the end user in a worse situation than when they started. Is my worst
problem-
nightmare. He had a 10 when you started. He had 11 when you got off. You left him in a worse situation. I'm sorry.
No.
I just
11 was
hate Windows
updated. No, the big problem is Gators. Okay. He came down here for a week with his laptop, and I said, would you like me to look at this and work with this for you? I had a physical connection I could have had with his damn laptop. He goes, no, it's okay. You did not want me to touch it. I'm like, okay.
So it's not
And
your
I
fault.
could have not done, I could have done it then and dealt with it physically in a physical space. Now I'm dealing with somebody in North Carolina that's on East Coast time. Yes.
So we did check for updates and apply updates and
We did that.
rebooted.
We did a BIOS
The-
update. We did the Lenovo BIOS update.
And-
We did Windows updates. We did. He had a couple other drivers. He had camera updates. He had his Realtek camera updates updated fine. Everything updated great. He says it's actually running faster than it did before. Which, okay, maybe placebo, maybe not. We'll see. I got rid of some crap at startup for him. That was a plus.
So Dune quoting you from earlier.
What?
Quote, the big problem is Gators, unquote. Sir Mars 2023.
There you go. That's it.
Okay. Well,
Okay, all right. Now, is Windows Hello an app that you can remove?
No, it's part of Windows.
But a lot of those apps, like you could run a PowerShell script to remove that and then re-add it.
Gators. Do you want my dad to work? Do you want my dad to touch PowerShell? He has problems finding the red menu.
Well, you use TeamViewer so you can go in and control his computer. And
I
my
can
idea
do this.
is
I can do
remove
this.
it and put it back on if that's possible.
Yeah, there's another way around it. I think I think he might have blocked the Windows Hello access. Honestly, to the camera.
There might
That's
be
something he's
That's
done.
the
I
thing
gotta
is that
see how to do it,
apps
yeah.
need to have permission to access your camera.
Yeah,
and sound
and I think he
devices
just. I
to
think
do
I
that.
think because he's
But
running.
how would he have accidentally changed that? Because it had permission before.
You know what it was? He had Malwarebytes installed. That's fine. He pays for
Okay,
Malwarebytes.
all right.
He likes his Malwarebytes. I like his Malwarebytes. It has saved me many times with his Malwarebytes. Okay, but now he also has Windows Defender, which is fine. I have no problem with this. And then he put Kaspersky on it, and he has McAfee on it too. We got rid of Kaspersky and McAfee because you know what? Windows Defender is fine. And apparently I'm being dive bombed by about 30 airplanes at a time right now. And that's a caveat. And so now he has an antivirus and an anti-malware, and that's all he needs. He doesn't need anything more than that.
And that on top of the Windows Defender that's already installed there, that even when you turn it off, will still delete your
Oh,
apps while
we
you're in the middle
don't.
of using
Gators, don't mess with that. We don't want him turning that off. No,
Ugh.
that is not being turned off for him.
it. Okay.
We do not turn virus checkers. We do not do as Gators.
As much as I hate how intrusive Windows Defender gets at times when
Yes.
I want it to stay out of my way,
Yes.
I will say I have done far less virus cleanings in the past like 10 years.
You know what? When Windows Defender got good, it got
Yeah.
good. It's decent. You know.
I mean, that's the thing. It's built into the operating system. The default is that the operating system tries to protect you, whereas Windows
Yeah.
XP, you were on your own.
Oh, yeah.
and Symantec was not that good because I tell you, especially. It seems our Texas locations were the worst. I don't know what they were doing in Texas. They say everything's bigger than Texas. Well, so are the computer viruses.
Just saying, the best version of Symantec was SystemWorks 2003. Best version, right there. The whole SystemWorks was really good. After that, turned to shite. Shite, I say, shite.
So Mod Pro copy and pasted some instructions she found on how to uninstall
Oh,
Windows
I don't
Hello.
have. I did not have
So-
any extra. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't have
So,
the choices up
If,
yet. I'm sorry.
if you need to go nuclear, it looks like there is an option to uninstall Windows Hello, and it sounds like it's pretty easy. Go into the device manager or drop. No, not device manager. You wouldn't. Device manager would delete the device, not.
Yeah,
the,
we did that a couple times actually. Don't
Oh,
worry about
so
that.
you've already deleted the biometric device and re-added it.
already.
So let's see. Next, right-click on the Windows Hello Face software device and choose uninstall device from the context menu that just appeared. Sounds like we're in the middle of the instructions.
Yeah, I've done all
But
that, unfortunately.
anyways, it sounds like you know what you're doing.
I know what I'm doing.
You're well on your way.
It's gonna take some googling. It's fine. I know how to
Yeah.
Google. My dad is my dad.
Yeah.
But that was my hour, and when I sent you the text message, when I sent you the DM, I was in the middle of it. And I had also had a Best Buy run today, which means I was helping someone else. Now that was the fun part. I love helping people find hardware. That's fun.
Now, I think Dune has a curious eye.
Ooh.
And I think he spotted something, and I think he intentionally waited until you joined the show.
Did I have it? Did I turn off my
about it.
camera? My camera works, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah, we've seen
Windows Hello works perfectly on my camera.
it. Now, Dune's asking me about the book that's next to me. So he noticed that there's a book next to me, and he waited till
Is that for
Mars
your
joined.
MCSE? Are you getting licensed?
No, it's a coffee
Oh.
table book.
Wait. Is it the cool Seinfeld one where you pull out the legs and it becomes a coffee table?
No, it's not a coffee table book about
Oh.
coffee tables. It's a coffee table book called A Sight for Sore Eyes, Volume 1.
Great.
And
Is it in
it's-
Braille?
no, it's
Oh.
it's mostly pictures. So,
Oh.
but it is basically a coffee table book, Volume 1, that's based on basically the visual artwork associated with the music of The Residents, because it's like their art.
Well, nice talking to everybody. I'll
Their
see you
cover
later.
artwork, and we're not going to spend the whole hour and a half going through
Why
this
didn't
book.
you talk about this while I wasn't? I should have waited longer, huh? I should have waited longer.
I wasn't going to talk about it. Dune just happened to notice it
You
was
know what?
next to me.
Actually, go for it. Go for it. It's all as all I was doing gets to see the eye guy.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can find.
If there's a picture of a Santa dog, punch it. Thank you.
Oh, there are Santa dog pictures in here.
I figured there would be.
There are. Well, here's pictures of them. Well, I guess I need to put the solo layout on, don't I?
You should put solo layout on.
I shouldn't I?
Brian, are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you die
there-
yet? Don't die.
Not yet.
So there they are, dressed up as Santas.
Oh.
Yeah, there's lots of pictures. Some pictures with dicks in them, so I got to be careful what pages.
Why do they have PP pictures in there? What are you looking at?
I don't know. I don't know. You think we could show all the stuff from Third Reich and Roll? That's a little. Yeah, there we got Dick Clark as.
Brian, did you get to hug a whale while you were gone?
No, we didn't get that.
It's
We didn't get that
more
close to
promotional
whales.
materials from the Third Reich and Roll album.
So you didn't get a whale disease.
No.
Oh, okay. So the Third Reich and Roll?
Yeah, that was their third album.
Well, it is called the Third Reich and Roll, so I was assuming, but I wasn't sure because this is a resident, so you don't know.
There we go.
It could be
Picture
the
of one
Third
of them-
Reich and Roll, but it could be the sixth one.
Picture of one of them picking up the master tape from someone else. Picture of the commercial album.
That was not your master tape, right?
No, that was not mine. Here's some pictures of their building that they did a lot of their work out of. Lots of great pictures. It's
They're out of San Francisco, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
They it's an interesting story. They basically, there was a group of people that knew each other in Louisiana, and they didn't all move out to California at the same time together, but some of them came out at different times, and they all kind of knew each other. And I think the way they put it was that they came out to San Francisco, kind of joined the hippie movement, get out of their area because they didn't really feel comfortable in Louisiana and their area being kind of hippie with the conservative type of area that Louisiana was. And then they come out to San Francisco where all the hippies are, and they're like, these aren't our people. And so I think, well, maybe I'm a bad hippie. But it seems that, these people ended up crossing paths with one another and hanging out with one another because, they were comfortable with each other, knew each other back in Louisiana. And at some point it kind of morphed into this thing, the residents.
Mhm.
That's the gist of it. So it's really interesting. It's an interesting story, but it's also a difficult story to tell when your whole movement is based on hiding your identity and who you are. And the
Yeah,
whole
I hate those
point-
people. They should really show who they are.
Well, the whole point of their art is not who they are. They want to be, the focus on the art itself. But I feel like a big part of art is that it is so personal to the people creating it that I often feel like I'm missing a context when you leave that out. But then again, it's kind of there. It's just that they did it without putting names on it, you know? They've told their story so many times, you kind of get a feel for who these people are, even though you don't really know who they are. Although we
So
do know.
you know who this is like the Sixth Eye guy or something.
Well, I know that their primary composer was Hardy Fox, who has since passed, and actually came out as being the primary composer for the Residents before his passing.
What?
Yeah.
It's like the Stig saying who he is. Don't they? I guess you have to retire.
Well, he retired because he was tired. He was tired of touring, and that's at some point became the only way the Residents could really make a viable living, being the Residents, is by touring. There just wasn't as much money in album sales or music downloads or back catalog sales, so they would put together shows and tour them. But when you're getting older, that gets to be a grind on you. So Hardy Fox retired from the Residents, did some of his own albums under the name Charles Bobeck, then did some albums under his actual name, Hardy Fox, and then got some kind of brain cancer or something, died pretty quickly from that. Quite sad, but he lived the full, fulfilling life. So there is that. But anyways, I mean, it is, their artwork has always been great. The visual elements, the music elements, the OX64 writes in Ding. It's probably the grandfather clock that's probably just out of the frame next to the piano, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
So now Brian, you went whale watching 5 times. I don't know. What, is there
Yep.
more to tell about Maui? I have not been.
Yeah, actually,
in so
here's the
long.
interesting thing. So it's been a few years, and this is why I said, hey, it's been since 2020 since we went. There's a lot that has changed. Okay, in Malaya, where we did that other horrible whale watching trip, where it was windy and it was rough, et cetera, there's a little strip center there where you have the shop for the whale watching trip, and now they decided you're going to pay for parking. It's a shitty little strip center. There was one restaurant that everybody would go during COVID. The owner decided he preferred to buy cocaine rather than pay his bills.
Oh.
So it closed, right?
Okay.
Oh.
And so there's basically nothing left. As far as restaurants. I mean, it's a burger joint, but it's a big one.
Right.
Now, the other excuse there is an aquarium there. Oh, we need to pay the parking for that? We didn't go to the aquarium. That was just a kick in the ass.
Yeah.
Now, in the town of Lahaina, there used to be quite a bit of free parking. Some of it was kind of a dirt lot kind of crappy thing, but very little of it that was left. It's all become, most of it, I should say, has become paid parking. And there is no attendant. You go up to the kiosk and you put in your credit card, type in your license plate number, whatever, put the card on the dash. They also encourage you to put an app on your phone. I need another fucking app. What are we in London?
Yes.
No, that's pretty common for paid parking to do it
Yeah.
by app.
But they did give you other options. You couldn't even just call them. Well, I don't have a smartphone, so I
We
just have
had
call
to
you.
we had to log in. We had to use an app when we were in Honolulu. Oh God, what's that been like 9 years ago?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, but Lahaina's a small little town.
Yeah. It's not
You know,
huge.
I would hardly call it a city. Of course, with all the with all the traffic you go, well, I guess it's a city now.
Hmm.
Anyway, so there's no attendant. So if you have a problem, you're screwed, right? This is not good.
No, that's not good.
Anyway, so and here's the kick in the ass.
Yeah.
They don't post any rates.
Oh.
All right. Well, here's the $1 million.
And you know, in fact, went by another place, and the guy says, "Oh, how much is yours?" His was like 2 lots over from ours. We paid $6, which included $1 convenience for. I'm sorry, where's the fucking convenience? Okay,
Well,
you should actually deduct $1 because I did it, not you. Right,
right.
right. And where is my invitation to the annual Christmas party? I should be
Well,
getting that as an employee,
That.
right?
That's a good point. That's absolutely a
In
good
fact, when you go
point.
to McDonald's, you use the kiosk. You say, "Now, do I qualify for the annual Christmas party?" Oh, that's right. They don't give companies are cheap. They don't give those anymore.
No, a lot of companies don't.
Right.
Although I work for a company that gives a party and is cheap because they have the Christmas party after Christmas when it's cheaper to
Sure.
rent out a place.
Well, that makes sense.
But
It's just an annual company party. That's all.
now the $1 million question I have, and I know Dune is going to give me shit as soon as I say this. Did you take any pictures of the parking?
I hope so. Did you put it on Instagram? Did you insert it, Brian?
Oh,
No, Dune actually asked for me. Did they stack your car? Because Dune went touristy in New York City, and he took pictures of a car stacking parking facility.
I think that's neat, except when they break down.
Yeah, I teased him a little.
okay.
for
So
that.
the only place where they stack the cars
Yeah,
are in our condo, and they've done that for years. But they only stack
Oh.
the cars of owners of the
Okay.
units. You know, because the guy has a car, he's keeping it all year, so he just has it stacked because it's not going anywhere. Because that would be inconvenient. And we've been going to the same place for probably 20 years.
Oh.
Like, when are you going to get an actual parking garage that can hold everybody? Because this little parking, it's a crapshoot whether you're going to get a parking spot in the garage or not. You know, it's so small. We happened to get it a few times. It was amazing.
You should get
In
your
fact,
own
when
special staff
we
parking
came
lot.
in to check in, we dropped off our, my wife checked in, and I went into the basement with the luggage to take the luggage up to the room from down there because it's easier because they have carts.
Hmm.
And they told us that we were not going to get a parking spot, but there was one, so we used it.
They were saving it for someone.
I guess there wasn't
There's
any. In
priority
fact,
parking for
these
someone.
were like new parking spots that used to be reserved for owners. In fact, I kind of looked at it twice, 3 times, 4 times. No, that's not marked for
You
owners.
know, if
So
you've
here
been
I
going
go.
there for 20 years, you're pretty much an owner. Just saying.
I know it. You're right. You're right.
they may as well. Yeah.
But so and then so there's been lots of changes to the place since we started going there. They've renovated all the rooms so that they have the same sort of hotel look. You know, all the rooms look alike. They used to have very unique rooms. One time we were in a room that had sort of like a ship's captain theme. You know, kind of nautical decorations and stuff like that. That was kind of fun. But that kind of room is gone now. But nice bathrooms and et cetera, et cetera. Pretty nice. Can't complain. Anyway, so a few times we parked out on this out in the open parking lot, and that's you'll find a spot. Okay, there you go. But if it rains, you're in trouble. That
You're in-
happens.
You're in trouble if it rains. Just
it never
park
rains
Yeah,
in
because
Hawaii,
it's
it's
out in the
okay.
open. The garage is where you want to park to avoid the rain. Hey,
Oh.
this is Maui. It rains a lot.
It's funny, and I think we stayed in Waianae, and it's like it's gonna rain today. It's gonna rain today. Okay, we're all ready for it because we're touristy. We don't know. It rains for literally like 12 seconds. Oh my goodness! Look at all that rain, and I'm like, oh, the rain. Okay, that was rain, and then all of a sudden, 4 billion% humidity from that 12 seconds of rain. I'm like,
Right.
okay, well there you go.
Right.
Well, so did you get a chance to swing by the record store?
There's a record store there.
Well, there absolutely is a record store in Maui.
No, where is it? You didn't tell me. Dude.
It was like one of the few things I sent pictures back about. But I think Dude gave me crap for that, for putting a picture on my Facebook of the record store visit. Because they had quadraphonic 8-tracks in their basement.
Oh
and
my
I bought
God.
them all for $1 each.
You know what
Oh.
I hate about Facebook is often I don't even see your feed. Why is that?
Yeah.
We are
I don't post.
we are friends.
I don't post much there anymore. I really don't.
I know it.
Right.
But even still, if you posted anything, I should be seeing it.
I post very, very rarely. I think
Well,
like
you could at Sparky Toaster and get some more friends.
That's right.
but yeah. No, I mean,
in fact,
let's see.
the feed on Facebook sucks so bad. I got a people are saying happy birthday to this person.
Oh, dude.
Oh, but that was fucking yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, the last thing I posted on Facebook was December 17th when I posted a picture of mixing up all the fruits and soaking them in cognac to get
Why'd
ready to
you
make
do
fruit
that?
cakes.
Oh, your fruitcake.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I
Oh.
had to make sure, that all my friends were made sick and gross.
Yeah, OX64. It's unfortunate Facebook is actually getting better than Twitter. Isn't
I
that
don't know. I'm
fucking
fine with Twitter.
sad?
I have no problem with it. I'm on Twitter and Mastodon. I don't use Mastodon, but it's there in case as a backup.
Oh, actually, so
So-
like a number of my friends left Twitter to go to Mastodon because they were
Yeah.
getting sick of it.
It hasn't changed much for me, but I follow the people that haven't
So-
left.
Well,
so-
you don't follow politics,
No, I don't.
No.
and the people that are getting hit with politics decided to leave
Yeah.
because you click on one thing on Twitter, and they decide that's something you're interested in. So if
Yeah.
you say something to a conservative, you're going to get all these conservative posts. Dude,
I hear
that
they ban you too if you say
explains
something wrong to
Why
them.
sometimes I go nuts on politics on Twitter. Sorry,
So
I'm trying to keep away from that. I'd rather post pictures of retweet pictures of kitties, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
So next time
So-
you're
so back
on
to-
Maui, it's called Request Music. It's in Wailuku, or however you pronounce that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I zoom out of the map,
I'll
you can
have
see
to
on the
look.
pin
I'll
there.
have to look for it.
Yeah. So it's up there.
Okay, not far from the airport then.
Yeah. Request
So
Music.
when we land in Maui, the first thing we do is we go to that Walmart
Oh.
and get some of the stuff that that you can't. That's inconvenient to get later, because we're not staying
the
at the
Costco?
airport. We're
You want
starting.
to go to the Costco?
We could, but our tradition has been because actually there's a Costco, there's a Walmart, and there's
There's
a
always a
Target
Costco
right
on
there.
Hawaii.
What?
There's always a Costco there.
Yeah, right right near the Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
get
our
pizza at
tradition has been
Costco.
Walmart because you get in and you get out.
See, Brian, this is what you do. You land, you go to Costco, you get a pizza, and you come home. That's what you do. Go to
Well,
go to
we
Contact.
could do that. We typically get other stuff.
And
like
then you
if
can have
want
a
some
pizza
breakfast
while you're trying to
cereal.
find a parking spot, Brian.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
See? I'm just looking out for you. That's
So
all.
we'll get breakfast cereal, or this time we decided we're going to get eggs and we're going to cook eggs.
Yeah,
But there's
no,
also a Safeway not far from our condo.
Oh.
right.
So
Yeah.
we'll
No,
go to
why
the
why
Safeway
buy
for
a
that.
box of cereal for breakfast in Hawaii when you can get fresh fruit much cheaper?
Oh, not anymore. There's not a goddamn thing in Maui that's cheap. Nothing is cheap.
Well, certainly a box of
Unbelievable.
cereal's not going to be cheap.
Well, I mean, actually, this time we didn't get cereal, you know. But if you wanted that, you'd get cereal, you'd get milk to go with it, maybe a little bit of sugar, maybe this or that, the other thing, maybe even coffee. Yeah.
Oh,
coffee.
dude,
Yeah.
I go to the ABC store and get the 100% Kona stuff. Come on,
No.
just go to
Oh,
ABC. It's
yeah,
cheaper.
yeah, but the ABC store is way overpriced. It blows the mind. Actually, the Safeway had better coffee than the ABC store. Actually, and I got actually actually this was Maui coffee, not Kona coffee. That was actually on sale, and it's not bad. It's a medium. It's not a bold.
Oh,
You know, you're not going to grow extra hairs in your
oh my
nostrils.
friend went to Hawaii. He's a merchant marine, and he went and got these. He had this thing called peaberry, and they're little bitty. They're little bitty, but it's still the best coffee I've ever had. And he goes, "Yeah, this little bag, this little like 8-ounce bag that I got you, is like $30 normally." And I'm like, "Yeah." And
Egg.
I'm like, "Dude, oh, there you go."
Now, Sparky wants to know: do you pour milk in the bowl first, then add cereal,
No.
or cereal first, then milk?
Cereal first, then the milk. 'Cause
Cereal
you
first.
don't want to overfill. You fill the bowl full of milk first and put the cereal in. You have to be careful because otherwise it'll overflow, and you can't do
Ye-
that.
Yeah, I always do the cereal first. Also, because basically, like, I'll pour the cereal to get it ready, and then I'll pour the milk when I'm ready to eat the cereal. So, like, you know, I got my bowl of cereal. Maybe I'm still, you know, getting my coffee ready, or maybe, you know, something else. And then, you know, that way I could, you could pour the cereal before you're ready.
It's like
But-
yeah.
So,
Go ahead.
so Sparky, do you know anybody that does it backwards? Milk first?
I mean,
I've never even heard of that.
Think of it this way. A big
I
tall
think-
glass of Coca-Cola, right? Or Pepsi, whichever you like. Not Pilk. Don't drink that stuff. It's nasty. Okay. Big tall glass of milk or Coke, right? You fill up the cup. Do you put ice in afterward? No, you don't, because you put ice in there. Number one, it's going to increase the volume of your
Prop.
drink, and then it's going to fuzz up and like go everywhere. You don't do that.
you get all the splash back going
Yeah,
on.
ice in
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, ice in
absolutely.
first.
But-
That's what you
but,
do.
Yeah.
Now, Dune has a good answer: cereal, milk, then cereal again.
Well, only once you finish your cereal, then you have more. Then you have the rest of the milk. Then you put more cereal in it after that. That's fine.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
fine.
Exactly.
That-
That's
that
the way
works
it's
too.
done.
Yeah.
That could be
Yeah.
done. Yeah. But I don't know. But I'm sure there's some people that do the milk first and then the cereal. I mean, it must be a question. I mean, there are
Crazy.
people there are people that do weird things, like the people that hang the toilet paper pulling from behind rather than over,
I used
or
to
the
do that a
people
lot,
that
actually.
wipe by reaching front between their legs rather than behind. But you know, I don't know who these people are, but you know, to
Well,
each
the
their
people
own.
that have cats have it come up from the back so that the toilet paper doesn't become the cat's treadmill.
Yeah. No, that was a Nick answer. Nick answer goes any cat
No,
owner
that's
knows the right
absolutely
answer.
true.
No,
In
Brian-
fact,
Well,
there's
my
been
cats
many-
have never touched the toilet paper.
Oh,
Well,
you just jinxed that. You're going to find it all over your house tomorrow. You're going to wake up. Why is there toilet paper from the upstairs all the way down to the downstairs and around? And
you know,
That's
I
right.
mean,
70% sugar milk. You're right, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
sugar milk.
no, I've been eating just plain Cheerios lately for breakfast, so I don't
Yeah.
got much in the way of sugar.
I
there.
either eat yogurt or
Yeah,
Pop-Tarts.
I've stopped adding sugar to cereal.
Yeah.
Yogurt
But I
or
don't have it
Pop-Tarts.
that often.
That's what I
I'd rather have fried eggs.
But I
Today
got tired of the eggs.
I had
Yeah.
I had scrambled eggs.
Ah.
I don't usually get scrambled eggs.
Now, Sparky asked you about the maple Cheerios. Well, you see, the thing is, I was trying to lose weight with the Atkins again, but Atkins just does not work for me anymore. It just
Well,
like,
you need to get that Cheerios with the bacon.
They make bacon Cheerios?
maple bacon Cheerios. There you go. No, well, the thing is like, especially on the weekend. On the weekends, I'd get up in the morning, I fry up bacon, I fry some eggs, I eat this greasy fried breakfast, and then I'd feel sick during the day, and then at night I'm lying in bed, and all I could hear is bum 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 bum, and it's like
Oh.
I think my heart's trying to tell me something, and
Yeah.
so then I'm walking down the breakfast cereal aisle, and I notice that the Cheerios come heart shaped now, and so I'm like, okay,
Oh.
heart healthy.
Oh
let's,
yeah, they're
you know,
heart healthy. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not losing weight with the Atkins diet. I'm eating completely unhealthy on the Atkins diet. Maybe I should just buy a box of Cheerios and ditch this Atkins
Right.
bullshit. Because it used to work, but I guess my metabolism ain't what it used to be, and that's just not.
Oh, yeah.
working
Are
for
you
me
are you
anymore.
walking as much as you used to though? You used to walk like every day when you were here. You walk everywhere. Do you do that as much anymore? or do you sit on
You
your
know
butt all
what
day?
though? That is a point. But
Yeah.
I lost most of my weight with the Atkins when I was in California.
Yeah,
and that was
because
before
you
I was
walked
walking.
everywhere.
No, not in California.
Did
Yeah,
you
you
wa-
did.
did
You
you have
walked
your
with
little
me.
breaks during lunchtime and stuff with people and go down and see the ducks and
With
stuff?
me.
Yeah.
You walked with me.
We did that for
Yeah.
the first
Absolutely.
few years I worked there, but at some point we stopped doing the walks all the time. We very rarely did walks
Oh, that's
later, and it
sad.
was the later years that I did the Atkins.
Oh,
So
Brian,
I
why
really
didn't
wasn't
you walk with
walking
gators
as
anymore?
much by that point.
Did you not want to walk with gators anymore, Brian?
So,
Well, I went to Singapore. It wasn't that I didn't
Uh,
want to. It's
well-
just that
well, also we
it was a
walked
little-
less
It was a
as
little
time
long
went
commute.
on.
Well,
As
tell
time
them to
went
walk
on,
to
we-
Singapore and back.
Yeah, there you go.
Sparky wants to know why my weekend breakfast routine was different than Monday through Friday when I work from home. Well, when I work from home, I basically wake up, get a quick breakfast together, sit down and work. So I don't want to spend a half hour cooking in the kitchen, and otherwise I have to get up an hour before work starts.
Right.
But so generally for a while my routine was, wake up, go downstairs and, brush my teeth or, wash the naughty bits, whatever. And then make my way in the kitchen, put the coffee on or put the water on, and then throw 2 eggs.
Wait a minute. You brush your teeth before you have breakfast?
Okay,
Why do you do that?
I don't actually.
You
I was
don't
trying
brush
to.
your teeth before breakfast. You do that?
I said go into the bathroom, and I didn't want to say take a huge major shit.
You say
know,
you shoot craps all the time.
So I was like, well, I could just say I brush my teeth. I mean, how much scatological humor do we need in one show? And it wasn't
Yes.
even,
Bathroom humor.
bathroom humor. So I go use the facilities, get the coffee going, get 2 eggs in the egg cooker, and then I go upstairs and get some pants on, start checking
Egg
some
cooker?
emails. Yeah, I have an
Egg
egg
cooker?
cooker. Yeah.
Are you boiling eggs?
It does hard boil them, but
Okay.
it's one of those things that's got the plastic cover with the little vent on it. You put a little bit of water in it. You poke
Hey,
holes in
Google.
the eggs.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
My Google thinger decided to tell me how to cook eggs. I don't know why. I didn't say, "Hey Google."
So Sparky Toaster
Hi,
says,
Google.
just so you ain't shitting and brushing teeth at the same time. No. There's no shitting and brushing teeth at the same time. That's just.
That's just gross.
I guess I could use the bidet to rinse off the brush afterwards.
Gross.
No.
Now,
No.
I'm cheap gators. I stick my eggs in a cup, put some cheese in there, mix it up really good, and stick it in the microwave.
Ah. Yeah, well, I've ditched the eggs, so now I just get a bowl of cereal. It's easy on the weekends. It's easy on the weekdays, and
I don't know why that device wanted to keep talking to me.
She misses
I-
you,
I wish
Brian.
I had the
You've been gone
microphone
for a
still.
while. She misses you.
she's lonely.
I know, but I use the Echo device. Amazon.
Mhm.
Computer, how are you? Computer, how are you?
Trying not to watch the clock, but Monday is almost done day.
Oh,
So-
Wait,
So
cool.
tomorrow Nor'easter's coming through, and tomorrow's my day to commute into the office. So I get to walk through the stormy weather. So I will be
wow.
getting my walking exercise in tomorrow. So
cool.
So Mars, how do you like this atmospheric river?
It was pretty good on Friday or Thursday. It was pretty good. Friday it kind of sucked a little bit. Weekend kind of sucked. Tomorrow's supposed to heat up. Well, actually, at 11 o'clock tonight, we have an extreme wind warning. So we're gonna have wind and today or tonight through Wednesday, and it's supposed to stay in the 60s, but it's gonna rain all week, and we have like a 1.8 inches of rain this week. So
You know what gets me?
Hmm.
This storm used to be called this type of storm used to be called the Pineapple Express.
The Pineapple Express.
Basically, it's coming out of
this
Hawaii.
isn't coming from Hawaii, is it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it?
And look at the map. This one is coming out of Hawaii,
Yeah.
but now
Oh yeah.
they like that new term, the atmospheric river.
Now, did you go on the Dole pineapple tour?
I did.
No,
cool.
no.
I was like Pineapple Princess along with this along with music.
No, that's on Oahu though, isn't it?
On
I
Oahu.
think it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be because I did that, and that's when we brought Mars back some chocolate covered pineapple
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
All right.
as a little thank you for watching the guinea pigs, and then a cat followed Mars in to try to get some of the chocolate covered
Yeah, it was in my sink.
pineapple. It was in
Pretty funny.
his sink.
Yep. Sneaky cat.
Followed him in, jumped in
That
the
cat.
sink.
That cat.
and then meowed.
No. That cat would stay outside my door and scratch on my door. My door's kind of metally, so you hear it sound like chalkboard going against a meow. I'm like, oh my god, what do you want, cat?
It-
Wanted
it-
more of my tree.
It wanted. It thought it lived in your apartment.
You mean it doesn't?
No, sad thing is, about 4 months ago, I think I got ran over because they showed a picture on Nextdoor of this big black cat that got ran over. So I feel horrible about it, but
Oh,
it
that's
passed.
awful. Yeah.
I know.
So that was an outside cat.
Yeah. Oh, I have a lot of outside cats.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
there are outside cats that are feral, and then there's outside cats that are very friendly. And it's
Yeah.
like, did this used to be an
Oh, yeah.
inside cat? Like, what's the
Mhm.
deal?
I think. Well,
with
I
the
think
friendly
since
outside cats.
a lot of college students are here as well as a lot of the old people. So either college students move away and leave their animals, or the old people do what old people do and go away. Ooh. Night, Doom.
No,
Sleep well.
Dune's got a 3:10 a.m. alarm set, so I guess he's catching a plane back home tomorrow.
Oh.
I guess is what's got. That's the only reason I can think of. He'd need to wake up at 3:10 a.m. So
Maybe he
yeah.
wants to get an early bird
Live
over
long
to
and
the
prosper.
Denny's.
Yeah,
Maybe he wants to go to Denny's that early. I don't
get a
know.
little Denny's before you head to the airport. There you go.
Yeah.
Now OX64 also's got a 3:30 alarm.
Wow.
And,
Wow, someone else is at 3:30 in the morning? Yeah, I'm
well,
asleep.
Well, that means OX64's got another 20 minutes before he's caught up with. Let's see. Dune writes in, no, they start at 4:30 at this place, so he's getting out before breakfast.
Dune, have you told him to bite me yet?
Tell them to bite him.
Yeah, say bite me. I'm not getting up that early.
I
well,
won't say that. If I'm lucky, I'll be getting up at 11.
I told my boss many times, bite me. And they go, are you going to be here? Yes. Okay.
It's nice when you have that kind of a working relationship with your boss.
It's okay. She told me to bite her many times, too. So,
Now, have you?
no. That was disturbing.
Wow.
That would get you a meeting with HR, I would think. If,
Actually, what was cool about my former boss, during lunchtime, she would sit there and turn on episodes of South Park and watch them during the break and say, no, you can't go anywhere. We're going to watch some South Park and get lunch. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that.
Damn.
I had a cool boss.
yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're done with the first half of the show.
What?
Yeah.
Did you talk about your residents already?
I did
Yeah.
talk about the residents, and I don't.
Did,
I
That's
did you
right.
talk about your
planning-
computer? Your Microsoft Defender?
Oh my god!
I know you love Defender. Defender's not bad, like you said.
So-
It's just annoying when you have to turn it off.
Yeah, and it's worse in 11 than it is in 10. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a Microsoft Surface laptop. This
I'm
is what
sorry.
this is a Microsoft Surface 2 laptop. I think
That's
they're up
even
to
worse.
I think they're up to the 5 now. Although
And
we're
did they just get USB-C?
No, the Microsoft Surface 3 laptop has USB-C. The 2 has a mini display port, which that's annoying because these are what we bought when we first migrated to Windows 10, and
I'm
so
sorry.
everyone had these laptops with mini display ports on them. And then when people started working remotely, not everyone brought their docking station home or asked for a docking station. And some people just said, I'll work off the laptop, just send me a second monitor and a cable. And they connect it to their mini display port.
Nice. And they kept their second monitor?
Now, most people asked for docking stations or brought docking stations home. But some people just connected a second monitor directly to, and a docking station will let you connect 2 external monitors, but some people were like, no, I just need 1 external monitor, I'll just connect it
Dude,
directly
you
to the
always can
laptop.
use extra monitors.
I am used to, if I need to swap out someone's laptop for a new laptop, basically, well, here's a new laptop, it uses the same docking station you have and everything, so just connect it and you're good to go. And they do that. But then every now and then I can send someone a new laptop and they say, I don't have the right cable for my monitor. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, well, I was connecting it directly to the laptop. You don't have a docking station? No, I never needed one. I just connected the monitor to the... And so, yeah, from the Surface 2 to the Surface 3, they went from mini display port to USB-C. And so that's annoying. And the docking stations...
That's because the EU is pushing everybody into USB-C.
Good,
so I
do
gotta
it.
replace all my
Good,
devices.
do it.
And I get that, but are they really going to stay on it this time? Have we decided this is it? This is the one?
USB-C, they're doing it. And you know what? You
No
know what
take-backs?
You know what
Well, it
Apple's
is
doing,
better.
though? Gators, you know what Apple's doing, though? This is the rumor. Okay, Apple is doing USB-C and everything. But get this. They're going to lose a lot of money if they use... Okay, so you can use your regular USB-C... You can use your regular USB-C cables, but it's going to charge at slower speeds, and you're going to get slower speeds. To get the faster speeds, you have to use their USB-C cables with the MFI chip built into it, and then you'll get your faster speeds and your Thunderbolt connectivity and everything with it.
Ah.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
Sparky Toaster
Thanks to you.
found the topic we need to talk about.
What's that?
Sparky Toaster just asked the $1 million question. Let's talk about the latest news with Johnny's conference room issues.
He
Was
just
there a
took the
result?
giant monitor and brought it home.
Now, mind you, the big issue is that the big main conference room that can fit like the entire all the employees for an all company meeting back when we were all in the office at the same time. It's called the Ted Williams room. And it's this big conference room that you can set it up with tables, you can set it up with just chairs, but it's a big room. It's got 2 projectors and 2 screens and a podium, sound system throughout the room, microphones mounted to the ceiling in the room so that you could also host the meeting remote from there, and it picks up all the rooms. There are wireless
Ted Williams
microphones
work
we
for
can
your
handle.
company?
No, they just name all the conference room after celebrities from Massachusetts. So we've got
Right.
we got different conference rooms named for different people, and the main big conference room is the Ted Williams room.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So now Sparky pointing out that USB-C will be a thing until USB-D comes out. But it's all about the D. But anyways, so this is the room. Like we got
He
all
said
new
it, I didn't.
we got new conference room equipment for all our conference rooms on the main floor, and that was the last room that was always had something wrong. Like, oh, well, there's a part that's on order. Oh, the part came in. We got to get the tech out there. Oh, it was the wrong part. Oh, there's an adapter we need for the part. That's on order. Oh, the adapter came in. Oh, that was the wrong adapter. Oh, this isn't working. Oh, we need someone to program the equipment to work properly. So this has been going on for months. And so finally, I think the way we left it last time was that this past Thursday, they scheduled a training session because the guy that was putting the rooms together was going to come in. The room was going to be all set and done, and he was going to show us all how to use the room and how everything works. And so, mind you, my days to go in the office are Tuesdays. So I took a special trip into the office Thursday just for this training. And 10 o'clock's the training. I'm like, 10 o'clock's training? Well, 10 o'clock's when the guy's getting here. Okay. So, now mind you, I was in the office last Tuesday. I tried to use the conference room. Couldn't get the projectors to come on and project anything. Couldn't make anything work. So I was really looking forward to seeing what miracle this guy was going to pull off on Thursday. sure enough, Thursday the guy comes, and I go to meet him, and he just starts walking past me and walking towards the rooms, and I'm like, well, he goes, well, give me an hour to set up, and we'll take a look. Come by the room at 11. Okay, great, fine. So I'm just waiting to see what miracles he can pull off in an hour.
You didn't go in the conference room? You just hang out with him?
I have enough to do.
What? Just say I'm dealing with the conference room. It's very important.
There was a mountain of laptops in the lab.
Bring a couple with you. It's okay.
That needed to get shipped. Someone was totally going to ship them, and someone totally didn't, and so this guy right here got to do that. But
was it fun? Did everything make it to its right place? Did UPS pull a right this time?
It's okay. Well, some of the people didn't even know they were supposed to be getting laptops, so no one was missing them. So
Woohoo! I'd be like, I got a free laptop. Thank you.
Well, we're trying to retire all of these.
Oh, that's why you borrowed one.
Yeah, because we're getting rid of these. So I borrowed one of these because we're sending out Surface 4s, and we'll probably be ordering Surface 5s the next time we order. So anyways, 11 o'clock comes, and I walk over to the conference room. And what do I find in the conference room? A tech who is scrambling, running around back and forth, testing different things. And I'm like, I don't fucking believe this shit. Actually, I do believe this shit. I would have been surprised if it worked, because this has been what it's been all along. Every time they say, we got it covered, this room's going to be done by this date, the date comes and the room's not working, and that's just been it. And at some point, you got to get mad at someone. And so I come in and the guy goes, one of the DSPs just crapped out. And I'm like, really? He goes, yeah. And he's there like scrambling. He's like, I'm going to need, I'm like, well, what are you doing? Like, is there an ETA on this? Like, I don't know. I got to call someone. I have no ETA. And so at this point, I said in jest,
I thought your ETA was at like 11 o'clock during the meeting.
Yeah. So as I'm leaving to let him do his thing, I say in jest, with a little bit of snark, well, I guess some things never change. And I think I was entitled to that joke, because for months now they've been pulling this shit. So I say that, and you know what the guy quips back at me? He goes, well, I can leave. And it's like,
you know what? I probably would have said that. I go, I can leave if you want. It's fine.
Well, you know what? He's got a lot of nerve to clap back at me when him and his company and his people have been dicking us over for months. I think he could take a little bit of Gator snark at this point. You know?
The problem is, Gators, the problem is, you know as well as I do, when you're crunch and you go to a place that has that supposedly quote unquote, you know, it's just a crunch, and someone says equip to you, you're like, dude, not. I mean, the problem is, you said
this guy has never taken an apologetic tone, though. I mean, he's always.
The thing is, Gators, you said a good line. I would have said the same thing, but you know what? If I was a tech, I would have jokingly said, "I can leave if you want," but I would have laughed along with it. That's the problem.
He wasn't really laughing, and
yeah,
I'm like,
he was not happy because he was.
I was like, dude, I'm joking, but this seems to always happen. Now, to be fair, he was not the guy that was supposed to finish the job on Tuesday. He was the guy that was showing up on Thursday that other people were reporting to him that he was basically checking their work and then showing us all how to use it. So this guy is fucking pissed too. So I get that. He's pissed. Yeah. Still, that doesn't give him no excuse to clap back at us when we're the ones that keep getting screwed. So he walks in expecting a fully working room and finds a disaster. Now, supposedly the people that were there Tuesday reported things were fully working and operational, ready to go when they left the room, and then something just happened to die on its own between Tuesday and Thursday. Now, the piece of equipment that took a major shit is an 8-year-old DSP. So, okay, the part that died is a part that's been used in this room since before these upgrades and this new equipment that's been added in and tied into the old equipment. So I can't fully blame them for that. I can't really, but it's like just one more thing on top of everything else. Not to mention, if everything was really done on Tuesday, then why was he scrambling to configure cameras in addition to trying to make the room work without the malfunctioning DSP. Like, this guy didn't just replace a DSP or fix things work without DSP. He was reconfiguring the whole fucking room. Like, I think the dudes on Tuesday lied to us.
Yeah, probably. They're like, yeah, we're gonna leave for the other guy. Bye.
So now he left the room in a semi-working way. He sent us an email with the details of what works, what doesn't work. Most things work. Enough things works to conduct business in the room. I think he configured it so only half of the ceiling mics are on, because the other half, I think, were tied into the faulty DSP. We have a replacement DSP on order, but there's no ETA on that because supply chain, blah, blah, blah. No one can fucking ship anything on time anymore. And so, yeah, that's where we are. So now we are still waiting for just one more part to put it all back together. So there's your update, Sparky Toaster. So those of you that were betting on this is going to keep going on, you were right.
Should have put a poll up there.
We should have put a poll.
A poll or a prediction?
Should have put a poll.
Too.
Should have.
I don't know if polls are good for multiple weeks, but you know.
So now I'm going to go into that conference room tomorrow after battling whether to get in there, and I'm going to compare the email of what he says works and doesn't work and try to operate the room myself. Now, I haven't been trained on the room, but I really don't think I need it. Sparky wants to know, has Johnny ever heard of Polycom speakerphones made just for conference rooms? Yeah. They are the best sounding speakerphones ever made, bidirectional. None of the only one person can talk at a time crap. You ever need a quality speakerphone, get a Polycom. Oh, yeah. I mean, many conference rooms I were in have Polycoms. In
so
fact,
I should get one for home. Can I hook it to Bluetooth for my phone? Does it work?
I don't know that they're Bluetooth. They're like, voice over IP phone systems.
Oh, so they're Ethernet. I can do that. I have Ethernet.
Right. Those are great for a conference room table situation.
Can I do Skype on it?
Now we well, you could dial in to if you have a dial-in number. Now, here's the thing: we used to use those, because and basically that was what we had in our conference room, because our conference rooms were designed when we were all in the office, and it was only the occasional person that was dialing in remotely. So to have sound only for the dial-in was fine. So we would like dial into a Teams meeting, and then other people could dial in or join it, but we weren't really using Teams that widespread in the company. And we had no cameras set up in these rooms. So we would screen share and dial in with the Polycoms. But now they replaced all the equipment with equipment in these rooms that are like touch screens that are basically computers in the box that are not properly built to handle heat and get really hot, so don't touch them. But
yeah.
We all complained about the heat of them. They came in with thermal detectors and said that they're within spec.
Oh.
But
was it on for a while, or was it just like turned on then?
They're on 24/7 because they just sit there in the conference room powered on, and they have touchscreens and they interface with Teams. They can connect to Teams. So you invite the room to a Teams meeting, and you can join the room to the Teams meeting right from the touchpad, and then you connect your laptop to the screen, and it automatically shares the screen to the Teams meeting. And the room sound system's all tied in, so it's all automated. It's pretty slick. The only problem is that we have some people that insist on Zoom meetings. And so there's also a USB cable on the table that you can connect to your laptop that basically then adds the room's sound system to your laptop as a sound device, so you can run a Zoom meeting from your laptop using the room's speakers and microphones.
But I can't do the fancy emotes on Zoom that I can on Teams. And Teams now has AI support, so they're putting their Bing AI built into Teams for business now. So you don't ever have to actually reply; it'll do it for you.
I have said to people, our biggest tech problems with these rooms are the Zoom calls. Yeah. If we could just ditch Zooms and just be Teams across the board, there's no reason we shouldn't be able to do this. And the pushback I get is that there are non-employee board members that are Mac users that don't know how to use Teams, and that Teams is difficult to use on a Mac.
Teams is honestly difficult for most people. It's corporate and it's not fun for personal.
And to that
I
I
will tell
say,
you that.
to that I say bullshit.
Oh,
Teams should be just as easy to use on a Mac. I can't imagine any way that iOS or macOS is making Teams more difficult.
iOS is
than a
fine.
Windows.
iOS
It's the same app. It's the same fucking app. And I don't think Teams is that much different from Zoom. It really isn't. Join devices. Let's go. If you can't get that to work, dial in with your phone. There's a phone code. You don't have to have a company Teams account to join our Teams meetings. The link's right there. You can sign, download the app. It's, like there's, but then again, important people balk and want Zoom, and they get what they want. I mean, that's what it comes down to, and I get it. You gotta accommodate the important people. Oh, Brian, your mouth moved?
Has Brian been quiet? Brian's been muted. Brian, are you live? Brian.
Oh.
What happened? Is he dead?
No wonder he hasn't been interrupting.
Has he been muted?
Uh-oh.
I was muted, right?
Yes.
Yes, you were.
That's why my interruptions weren't coming through.
Oh.
So
let's
the big
catch people
question
up.
is, what kind of technical issues do you have with Zoom?
Well, the big problem with Zoom is that the rooms are designed for teams, so they're designed to work easy with teams. But using the problem with Zoom is not Zoom per se, but the cameras in the rooms. Half of the rooms have cameras in them that are IP cameras that are connected to adapters to adapt them to USB cameras, but they don't automatically apply a driver like a USB camera would when you connect your laptop to the room stuff. So then Zoom doesn't see a camera that you can use when you're running the Zoom call from your laptop. And no one told us this. What happened was we had people complaining that the cameras don't work for Zoom calls, and we eventually figured out that they work in half the rooms and they don't work in the other half of the rooms. And so we actually had to have a tech sent out. And mind you, I opened up a ticket. They closed the ticket and ignored it. I'd opened up a second ticket. They still haven't answered me why they closed the first ticket. And then they send a tech out, and the tech spends all day updating firmware and patches because he doesn't want to call the manufacturer when we're not current on our firmware, because the first thing the manufacturer is going to say is, have you updated the firmware? Well, it took like half a fucking day to update the firmware in one of the rooms. Then he gets on the phone with the tech, and then they find out, oh, you have to pre-install the driver on your laptop in order for it to recognize the camera. Whereas when they installed the cameras, they could have told us this.
Right.
So now I got to push out a driver to all our laptops, which, mind you, once I said this, then people ask me, well, do we want to change the cameras back? Should we put you know why they upgraded the cameras in half the rooms to these IP cameras that use USB adapters? Because someone complained that when you have such a wide angle, you can't see who's talking. So it'd be nicer if the camera can zoom in on the people who are talking. So that complaint got to the conference room people. So they got cameras that will zoom in on the meat bags in the room. But it doesn't zoom in on the person who's talking. So it just means that if you're sitting at a long table by yourself, it sees, oh, there's only one person here, and it zooms right in on you. But if it's a full conference, it's still going to have the wide angle, and still no one can see who's talking.
Right.
Oh.
So we bought these new cameras that add this driver complication to solve a problem that is a completely different problem than the one we complained about. So it doesn't even so at some point when I explained to the person, well, I don't think these cameras work that way, she said, well, have you heard of OWL? So now people are asking questions. Could we put an OWL camera in the middle of the table that turns around and faces the person based on voice? Which I asked the tech about that. He said, well, we probably could do that. But people have actually been moving away from that. They don't like the look of it. I'm thinking that would make some
It's
motion.
creepy. It just moves his head around.
Yeah. But that was I already told that story, I think.
Oh my god.
Now, Sparky wants to know if Teams has been around longer than Zoom.
Zoom's been around for a long time, actually, before they went IPO.
You know, Zoom really came in right at the right time. But it's interesting. Zoom, once again, how did Zoom become a more popular thing? Have they?
Easier?
Are they bigger than WebEx at this point? Because WebEx was the guy, or
Well,
the
WebEx
thing.
was owned by
Right.
Cisco at one point, right? Is
Yeah.
it still owned by Cisco?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that WebEx had up on everything else was the whole thing that you can tie a dial-in number to it. But then Microsoft Teams does the same thing, and it interfaces with Microsoft software. So that gives Teams a leg up. But then Zoom just got in there during the pandemic, and people
Yeah.
got used to using that with their families and in their home. And so I
It was
think
just
people
easy for everybody to
people
use,
learn
that's
how to
why.
use it out of necessity. And so
Yeah.
now everyone wants to use that as the business one, even though Teams is the one that interfaces with the business software.
Mhm.
Yeah, WebEx is still owned by Cisco.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
In fact, on Wikipedia, it calls it Cisco WebEx.
Mhm.
And then there's also GoToMeeting that still exists.
Oh,
use
yeah, that's old.
GoToMeeting. I don't like it very much.
No.
What-
There was like one client we had that insisted on it. So there was this like meeting that would happen periodically that every now and then they go into the room,
You go,
they try to join
move
the meeting.
on, buddy. Go,
It wouldn't
move
work.
on.
Well, they were a customer, so and
Oh, I see.
I don't know. That team
Initial
insisted
release
on
was
GoToMeeting.
in 2004, 18 years ago.
What, WebEx or Zoom?
GoToMeeting.
Oh.
Now, I don't know when Teams came into being because for the longest time, Microsoft's voice and instant messaging thing was Link, and then
Skype
and
for
then when they
Business.
acquired Skype, they made Skype for Business, which was basically Link with Skype branding on it. And it's kind of funny that Link and Skype for Business both coexisted for many years, even though it was the same damn thing with a different skin. Because some companies had Link and some companies had Skype for Business, and Microsoft didn't want to make anyone switch from one to the other. But now, what's that?
At one point, I had 3 versions of Skype and Team on my computer. I had Skype for Business because it came with
Mm-hmm.
Office. I had regular Skype. I had the Skype for Windows 10 or Windows 11. You know,
The web store app version.
which actually I'm gonna tell you, I kind of like it a little better than the full version, and the reason is they're about the same interface now. The old interface isn't cool anymore. It turned into the new interface.
I will say I'm not sure which one I even have at this point.
Yeah, and then I had Teams. So it's like, and now I just have freaking the web app version because it's the lighter version and it's quicker. I hate to say it. Because I like the desktop version, but the desktop version just turned into the stupid web app with bloated features. You know, I miss being able to right click on someone's name and say call. You can't do that anymore. You have to go. You enter the person's name, then you have to go down and go to make a call or whatever. It's such a pain in the butt.
Now, Sparky Toaster brings up a good point. If anyone is in a meeting and can't tell who is talking, maybe they do not belong in the meeting. You know, this reminds me of, there's this comedian that started popping up in my YouTube feed that had this great, it started with what sounded like a very positive message that you can be anything you want to be on the internet. Like, no, you could really be, you just make let me see if I can find it and just show you part of it. He put together quite a good slideshow, actually, is what he did. You know, you could let me see if I can here we go. Here it is. I'm not going to show the whole half-hour thing. I will recommend you
Good.
go seek it out and check it out. The guy's name is Ben Palmer, and just to get an idea.
I want to start off by saying that you can be anything that you want to be, especially on Facebook. You can be any corporation that you want to be.
See, anything you want to be.
This is on Black Friday a few years ago. It was always crazy. Some companies were starting to make their employees come in on Thanksgiving. They started moving Black Friday up to Thanksgiving. And then other stores, they decided they were going to stay closed on Thanksgiving so their employees could have the time off. Like TJ Maxx was one of those stores that stayed closed. And I was on their Facebook page and I saw someone wrote them like a negative message about this. Like this person, Trey, is like, boo, you should be open tomorrow. It's just another day. So I made a Facebook page that looks just like TJ Maxx.
Oh.
And said, we'll be open for Thanksgiving, but only if your house is too.
Oh.
He's like, I'm reporting who made this rude TJ Maxx comment to me. We would read the report, but unfortunately we are still closed.
And so that's his shtick, to basically troll assholes on the internet, setting up fake pages as corporations.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Which, well, sometimes he gets himself into trouble because I think at some point he was spoofing a police department about parking tickets, and I think he made the news for that. He's also made his way onto those TV court shows.
Started, my friends and I, you're always a broke person as a comedian, looking for ways to make money. Well, my one friend told me about this thing where you can sue somebody on court television, and the court show actually pays whoever wins. And it doesn't go on anybody's record. So we started just making up cases to sue each other and then just split the money and make sure the plaintiff wins. I was a witness on Judge Alex.
It's an acting gig.
My team won, and I'm glad we won because I needed the money at the time.
Man, I'm just glad we got this money. I needed the money so bad. I'm broke. I have like 3 frozen hamburgers at home. I can't afford to buy toothpaste.
Dude!
It's a great ending credit roll right there, isn't it? But
Yeah.
but at some point he managed to get his way into a conference call that he wasn't supposed to be on, and I want to see if I can find that part.
I've had random Zoom calls before like that. I'm like, huh.
Like, who's
I don't know
that
who you are.
guy?
I don't know who you are. I'll answer. Why not? Usually it's in another language, though.
But I need to see if I can find. Oh no, there's. You know what? Well, at some point he had a call with someone from Walmart about being closed on Black Friday.
Headline that says Walmart to close its doors on Black Friday. Because I thought it would be a good idea. It would be nice for the employees to have the day off on Black Friday.
He
'cause
sometimes
it's
makes
always
fake
super
newspaper
chaotic.
accounts and things like
Then
that.
I emailed that to Walmart, and I signed my name as Courtney with the Coloradoan Times. And they wrote back, and they said they wanted to talk to me on the phone about this. And I was like, oh, shit, I usually don't like talking to people on the phone, but fuck it, I'll talk. So this is me and the
What's your-
director of the press office at Walmart.
So Walmart will be open on Black Friday.
Exactly, as I sent you our operating hours.
What are the chances that Walmart does close on Black Friday?
We will not be closed on Black Friday.
So like 0, no chance.
We're going to leave it at this. Walmart has every intention of all 5,000 of its stores being open on Black Friday.
Could you ask, the CEO was it Doug? Could you ask Doug?
Yeah, Doug.
Because there's people asking.
No, we're not going to ask Doug.
You can't ask
But
Doug.
no.
You just say,
was
can we close?
appalled.
Is it cool if we close on Black Friday this year? Just this year. To start.
I'm sorry.
Is this a call?
Yay!
No.
Okay, no, we're not going to be closed on Black Friday. And the persistence of the question, after I've explained to you where the article came from, is a little unusual. And you want me to go to Doug and ask if we're going to close the store on Black Friday?
Yes?
I look like an idiot.
Well, just because some people have been asking. I think it would be good, just because Black Friday is a little stressful for employees.
We are not taking that question to Doug McMillan, I'm sorry. Barring something completely unforeseen or just completely outrageous, all 5,000 of our stores are going to be open on Black Friday.
Wouldn't
With
like a mob
operating
of,
at- with
wouldn't a mob
operating-
of people be outrageous? When a whole bunch of people just run through the doors, wouldn't that be considered outrageous?
I'm
Right.
really surprised by this line of questioning. every precaution to make sure our associates and customers are safe throughout the entire experience.
Oh, BS.
Okay.
Oh,
Does
sorry.
that include mental health or just physical not being trampled kind of thing?
I'm going to have to ask again. Is this a prank call?
It's a prank call.
Absolutely not.
I like how he's like, "Is this a prank call?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Okay, let's continue the conversation."
Somewhere in there is video footage of him joining a Zoom call that he got a link to another company that he was trolling, and it's just funny the way that unfolded because they
The
like
guy just didn't know how. Are you sure? What? He just didn't understand. It was so funny.
it had something to do with the company that was making some product that ended up accidentally making people lose their hair, and so he was trolling them for that, and somehow he ended up in their corporate Zoom call, someone noticed, like, you know, hey, we have a new person in here, and they quickly kicked him out. So I can't find it trying to sweep the video here, but I do recommend looking up Ben Palmer. You Could Be Anything on
look for
YouTube.
him. He's pretty
Hilarious video.
Oh my god.
And he has a lot of YouTube videos that are just repostings of the small segments. The whole presentation there, and he also has another one where he performs it just for the camera. But the one I brought up, the live one, the full presentation, that is like his crowning achievement in my book. That is just a brilliant routine he put together, and I'm just I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. But yeah, I mean that.
But maybe when he was on court TV, he was caught actually admitting that he was lying through the thing, and he's now in jail.
I don't think there's any laws against that, though.
No.
If you lie to a judge and they catch you, you go to jail.
But those aren't judges.
Yeah, they are.
Not all the shows
Those are legal proceedings.
They're not on any record, though. You know what? Not every TV show is the same. Like Judge Judy is technically a legal arbitration, but not every show. You'd have to look up each show.
But she is a retired judge, and you can't lie to her.
Right. Well,
Besides, you lie to her, man. She'll get the
but she's
smackdown
not
on you.
really a judge in the role that she's on the show. So, you know what? We're not lawyers. We're not giving any legal advice here. I think you could probably get away with lying in some of these situations. Brian thinks you might not. Either way, you might want to consult a lawyer before you attempt this. But
If that's what you really want to do, I would say, talk to your lawyer first.
Now,
I agree with you.
Brian,
it sounds like his friend researched this ahead of time, and it's like, dude, if they pay us, we get the money, nothing goes on records, let's just do it.
see, the whole court thing was the whole thing was a fake. It's not like he was just faking his part. The whole thing was a fake between him and his friend. So they just take the money and then they split it against each other and do it again.
Sure.
You know, there's a great story that kind of brought to light that a lot of these things you see on TV are people doing it for the money that are making it up. Like, there's a band that I absolutely hate. That in the
Nickelback?
genre. What's that?
Is it Nickelback?
No, it's not Nickelback.
Oh.
It's worse than Nickelback. And it's in the same genre as AC. It's a band called The Locust. They're in the genre of grindcore, and The Locust does like really short songs, but they're also very loud and screamy. And
Was it like Psycho Stick?
It was, well, their album came out on one of those like CD single size CDs, and it had like 40 songs on it. So
Nice. Nice.
let's see
The
if I
whole
can
collection on
find.
one little mini CD.
Let's see if I can find some songs by The Locust. So that's you get the idea.
Gators?
Yeah.
Gators, I get the idea with this one. You know what you really need to do?
What's
You
that?
need to superimpose Yoko Ono on top of that.
Oh
Going,
my god.
doing that at the same time. Do it.
I don't know which trumpet that is, but I don't want to sound that off.
I just want to hear Yoko Ono singing with this this band because they sound the same.
I'd rather not.
Would that hurt someone?
I think that would begin the end time proceedings. That's one of the trumpets that is hailing in the angels of death and the horsemen and all that.
I see. You're worried about that.
That is what I think is what that is.
Would it make Yoko better, or would it make Locust better?
It would make both of them worse. Anyways,
Double down, right? Double down.
One of the things fans of this band know is that members of this band appeared on an episode of like Maury or something like that. One of those, and I don't remember what show it is, but and it's like one of them's like wearing the band's T-shirt with the band logo on it, and they basically made up a story about someone's cheating on someone with someone else. And it was interesting because somewhere one of the band members actually wrote up their version of how it happened. That someone got the idea to call this guy up because I guess there was a phone number to call if you have a story, and they call him up at like 2 a.m. and they tell him this ridiculous story of this love triangle, and so and so's cheating with so and so, and so and so's cheating on so and so, and this guy takes the 2 a.m. call, and he's like, "Look, are you effing serious? Because if you're not, you better stop now. But if you're serious, let's talk." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're very serious." And so they take notes, they get their story together, they bring them on. But one of the interesting things about it is that they briefed them on what order they were going to bring them out on the show, and then they brought them out in a different order that they told them they were going to bring them out on to kind of throw them off a bit. So that's an interesting tactic that these talk shows will do, that they'll tell you one thing and do something different to try to mess with you as well in the situation. So it was, but yeah, so it's interesting. It's a very similar story that this comedian and his friend made up a bogus lawsuit for TV entertainment to get money. Band members make up some cheating drama story to get on a like Jerry Springer or Maury Povich type of show for entertainment for the money, making up complete bullshit. So yeah, a lot of people take advantage of the opportunity to use these shows just for bull. But you know what? The shows are there for entertainment.
Isn't Maury Povich basically Jerry Springer without the flying chairs?
And with paternity tests. Maury Povich is the one that's got all the paternity tests. You are not the father. And then of course, the guy's got to celebrate not being a father and do a little dance for the audience while they're all booing or cheering. And I don't know. Sometimes you see these things when flipping through the channels and you pause for a moment.
I'm just supposed to dance. That's kind of screwed up.
But they're not throwing chairs though on Maury, right?
I don't know. There's probably been a chair thrown here and there.
Okay.
There's
a BattleBots group on Facebook, because I'm a fan, and they're talking about crazy shit that goes on once in a while. It says, at least they're not throwing chairs like on Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
And a guy posted this video from YouTube where there's two robots that come out and they have these chairs that they're swinging at each other.
Nice.
It's pretty funny.
Well, it was Jerry Springer, and then Geraldo got his nose broken by a chair. I remember that one.
Oh, actually, it was Jerry Springer that they were on. And there's a link here with the article about it. Jerry Springer secrets come out. And there's an article, how a group of punks scammed Jerry Springer and became DIY legends. So, I don't know. The story's out there. In 1998, Beeben was running Bloodlink Records in Philadelphia. Over the holidays, he went to San Diego to visit Pearson, I guess these are band members, who at the time ran his label 31G Records with his then-girlfriend Edwards. Beeben and Pearson had known each other for years. Both are deeply involved in the 90s DIY punk scene. A few days after New Year's, while they were hanging out at Pearson and Edwards' house, Beeben got some bad news. Got a call from my neighbor on my answering machine saying that my house had been robbed. I was really upset about this, so in order to cheer myself up, I did some prank phone calls. Back in the 90s, the Jerry Springer Show would air call-outs at the top of the commercial breaks, encouraging viewers with salacious or unconventional personal circumstances to air them out on national television. Well, one of those calls to action flashed on the screen in Pearson and Edwards' living room, Beeben decided to leave a message on the call-in line. Off the cuff, he concocted a tale for the show's producers detailing Pearson's affair with a woman named Christine Hollander, who lived with Pearson and Edwards. Then Beeben dropped another bombshell. He, too, was sleeping with Hollander, but also with Pearson. And he claimed there was also a hookup with Edwards. It was a four-way love rectangle. And Beeben told producers he wanted to blow the lid off the whole thing, the exact kind of mess the Springer Show clamored for. It was really just really stupid, said Beeben. I think I called Jenny Jones also.
Nice.
So apparently this prank message got a call back.
We got a call back. Oh no. Oh no. It's like, no, I just made that up for the freaking end part. Forget that.
But anyways, I know I've seen it on YouTube years ago, but I don't know if it's still on there.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Actually, here it is. Here's well, here's a few minutes of it anyways. It doesn't have the whole episode here, but we could trash TV at its finest in the 90s. Who hasn't watched at least 5 minutes of Springer?
Justin says he needs to tell his girlfriend that he has been sleeping with
He's
her
got the
roommate
bad shirt on.
and a mutual friend. Justin, what's going on?
Well, you know, I'm into rock and roll, and I live the rock and roll lifestyle, and stuff happens, you know, and I've been with my girlfriend for about a year, and you know, for the last few months, some stuff's been happening with my roommate, and you know, I go on tour, I'm gone for months at a time, and we party, and things happen, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to tune up the old guitar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, okay. So you live with your girlfriend?
Oh, let's see what
Yes.
the girlfriend comes out here. There's
I love you more than anything, Justin.
Oh.
Go ahead, talk to her. I mean, she seems like a lovely lady.
You understand, like, I go away on tour for, like, a long time, and you're always pissed at me and always mad about thinking that I sleep with everyone or whatever, and, like, I mean, stuff happens,
well, it turns
know?
out
like,
yeah.
when we go on tour and, like, things happen, and I haven't been faithful, and I've been seeing someone.
Who the is it? Who is it? Why? Why would you say you wanted to marry me and have children with me?
She's better at acting than
A lot
him.
of times, like, just stuff happens, you know, and you're the one that I feel totally pressures me into being, like, this committed, serious relationship. And you know that, like, I'm gone and, like, things happen and we party and everyone in the band's crazy and, like, you know, things happen, you know.
You are such a rock star.
She went from I love you to fuck you pretty quick.
Yep. Yep.
That's enough of that. And also, I think Sparky Toaster said this about their music, but I think this also qualifies for their Jerry Springer appearance. That is noise.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, so I don't know how we got on Jerry. Oh yeah, because that comedian, because of people breaking into conference calls, because of conference rooms.
Yeah. Jerry Springer along in your conference room. I want to see that.
Yeah, it's funny how talking about my conference rooms somehow leads me on the topic of Jerry Springer
Well,
episodes.
maybe you can get some fights going on and some confessions going on at work. It would make it a little more entertaining.
You know what? Maybe if I went in when the techs are working on the rooms and start throwing chairs at them, maybe they'll actually get the damn job done. You know?
First of all, would you want to be hit with those chairs in the conference room?
I'm not the one that's not delivering on promises.
Okay, and also,
I won't throw
heavy are
them
those
directly
chairs?
at them. I'll just graze their ear a little bit.
How heavy
Let
are
them
those
know
chairs?
I'm serious.
Are they cushioned or are they like?
What's that?
Are the how heavy are the chairs? Are they cushioned? Are they like just plastic? What are they?
I mean, they're plastic. They got wheels on them. They probably could do. You know what? Any object that's not a pillow, you probably don't want hurled at your head. So I probably wouldn't really.
I mean,
do that.
would you be able to lift it and chuck it?
Oh yeah, I could lift them,
okay,
chuck them
okay,
quite
okay.
easily. Oh yeah, no, if I wanted to throw one of these chairs at someone's head, I'm pretty sure I could get it done.
Just don't hit the equipment. That TV's
Now-
probably really expensive.
Yeah. If I want to throw one of these, that's what I want to be careful about. Now, Brian is sharing a YouTube clip with us
watching?
for chairs.
Oh.
It's chair fighting time. Oh, Brian wants to get it on the chair fight. Is
Oh,
what
okay.
this is. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a look at what Brian sent us here. This is this like BattleBots with chairs?
Yep.
It's
Good.
BattleBots with
This is funny as
chairs.
hell.
I approve.
Oh, he lost his chair.
Well, he can pick it up again. Watch this. Watch. He keeps dropping. He keeps losing it, but he picks it up again. The other guy's holding on steady.
Yeah, the other guy got it mounted down pretty good. This guy,
Whoops! See, he lost it again already.
yeah, that's not good.
He's got to go pick up his chair again.
Not good when you can't keep your chair.
And he keeps getting whacked by a chair. It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Not doing much damage, at least to the robot.
No, this looks like it's going to be a long stalemate is what this is going to be. But it's happening.
And look, like, so the blue guy with the chair, the white chair, see, he's got it down right. He's spinning now.
Yeah,
Look
he
at the
figured
damage
out.
to the chair.
Now the chair has sustained quite a bit of damage, though.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got him cornered. Oh, that's not a good place to be.
No.
Whoa! Oh! See, now that's where not having the chair secured came to his advantage, because now he could use the whole other BattleBot as the chair.
That's how it's supposed to be.
And amazingly, the other guy still has his chair. He hasn't dropped it once.
Yeah. Well, I think that chair is like welded to the bot, is what it is. Whereas that bot
his
just was
grabber
holding
is
the chair.
very secure.
Oh, they're going for it. For a while, I thought this was going to be boring, and it was just going to be a stalemate. But no, they both found strategies to really get this going here. Oh, and there goes the chair.
Yeah.
Now he's in trouble. Oh,
Whoops.
Oh.
Whoops. Upside down. See, I think the blue guy actually is the stronger robot.
yeah, because it's not just a chair bot; it's a grab bot.
Right.
And that has really worked to that bot's advantage.
Right. So you can tell this is a recent season because they added this platform under the words BattleBots.
Okay.
A lot of the fans hate that thing because it's not usable space.
Huh.
Yeah, you can throw the other guy up there, but he kind of gets a break. And most robots are able to get down.
So this round had to go to the judges.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the blue won.
The results are in.
All right. Winner is that the blue? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree with that.
That was pretty good.
And
So I was just joking about a chair, and this guy posted the link to that. Like, oh shit!
Oh, that's
really?
great. That worked out perfect. How?
You know, there's a lot of footage that they do. They don't have on the show because they're just doing the tournament once a year, right?
Okay.
Well, now they've added the Golden Boat, so there's a second tournament, right?
Cool.
But now, since they're in Vegas, they landed a regular Vegas show. So one of the robot teams has like a half a dozen of his robots ready for the show. You know, so it's not like he's, you know, like most of these guys, they have one robot, and between matches they have to fix it.
Brian, have you ever been to those? Didn't they used to be at Treasure Island?
Yeah, I think that's right. There is a lower class that's played in a little place in Pleasanton.
Okay.
So you know, like who knew there? You know, this is the like heavyweight class. You know, 200 pounds robots. There's all these other little classes, and people actually do go out and compete. You're not going to make the money like the heavyweight, though.
Cool. Well, anyways, we're getting close to time, but we do need to think about, wrapping up the show. But
right.
Well, we got another 7 minutes. Now, I guess the question is, what are we gonna do for next week? I don't, because I'm only getting so far winging it, and I really feel like this show is a little disjointed. I did not come with the funny this week.
Oh,
my apologies.
I'm sorry. I had a thingy today, so I didn't.
Oh no,
it's been a very busy day, sir.
Oh, this is not me blaming anyone. No, this is me blaming me. Like I feel like
I mean, we mix it up. We have some tech talk.
Yeah,
which is fine.
You're the I guy book.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
yeah. You know, all this tech talks about the conference rooms and stuff like that. It just makes me glad that I'm retired.
Back at Darko, the conference rooms were just a room with a table and a marker board.
Well, we had the bat phone.
We did have the bat. Oh, that's right, because we would dial in, and people would dial in, so it was his voice. And then the executive conference room, when Boise took over, they put in a whole equipment that tied in with their systems and their conference rooms.
Right.
But that was just that one executive conference room.
Right.
Anyways, no, what was I going to say? I was going to, oh, you know what? I will say, for those that want to see me geek out on techie stuff, if you haven't already, I have a channel on YouTube called The Quadcast. And it's where I post quad-related stuff. I've not posted stuff there in a while, or it's pretty sporadic. Every now and then, if I stream something where I'm working on a piece of audio equipment, I'll stream to both my Johnny Gators and Quadcast channel. But if you search for The Quadcast in YouTube, you'll find a channel that's got the kind of a black logo with red text that says The Quadcast with a big fancy Q. And that's me. That's my channel. So what I'm going to do is I have been really struggling to really come up with some solid answers on best practices for a home playback system for CD4 Quadradiscs. And
what about Microsoft Zune? Can you do that?
I gave my Zune to my nephew.
Oh.
He collects iPods, so I said, here's something better. And
oh, no. It's like, look, it's just like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. You can have one too.
It had the dock with the USB and the even came with a little remote control.
So no Zune for you anymore.
No Zune for me anymore. I haven't touched it in so long. But I didn't want to get rid of it because I used it for so long.
Well, look
for so
for
much.
Fio. Fio might do it.
I thought it was a nice thing to hand down. But no, but for quad CD4 playback, I have decided I want to test like 4 or 5 different cartridges and compare them. And some of these cartridges will be modern cartridges that are easy to buy, that don't have listed specs that make them that are in the range for what CD4 demands, but other people have reported that they do work. And so I'm going to compare them to an actual vintage cartridge that was made for CD4, and I'll have audio examples to play back. We'll talk a little bit about the different turntables I've tried and what I've landed on and how that works best. Basically, I'm doing a lot of trial and error. I've lined up all the tests I want to do, and when I've done them all, I'm going to organize it into some streams and post the results to hopefully provide a good resource for people that also want to play back CD4 quadradiscs so that they can make some decisions without having to do a bunch of trial and error. Because it's one of those formats that's so finicky that usually the people that get into it do a lot of trial and error and make a lot of purchases that end up not paying off before they get to where they want to be. It's so I'm hoping I can. So that's a fun series of videos I'm getting prepared to make. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's what I have exciting going on. But we should open the show. We haven't opened the show yet because this is everyone's favorite show.
Insert title here.
And
Insert title here.
And now it's time to close the show.
Insert title here.
And we do want to talk about what we've learned here. So Brian, what have you learned this week?
I just learned that you could get a Macintosh MB20 for $500, which is receives and sends Bluetooth audio signals.
Okay.
So,
And Mars, go ahead. You were still saying?
Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome. And Mars, what have you learned?
I have learned that Best Buy does not sell 46 laptops, which my client wanted. Because they thought it was the best.
486?
Yes.
Is the guy high on drugs or something?
No, the guy's like 80 years old.
And I learned, what have I learned? I learned that you can be anything you want, especially on Facebook.
That's right.
I was
That's
about
right.
to start singing In Living Color, but that's the wrong one.
Nah. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and look for someone to raid. Now, I was quite... Graceful Bard is live and has 2,000 views. Like, look at her getting the views. And a lot of times I don't want to raid her because I feel like she's getting ready to wrap up at the end of our show. But it looks like she's in the groove right now.
You go, girl.
All right.
And so I think, you know what? I think we're going to raid the great... We haven't raided her in a while. And the last time I raided her, she sang a song about all the cats that were having sex outside her window. So,
all right. Something important.
Apparently, there's a hoarder neighbor that keeps putting out food, and it's creating a disturbance. And,
I do that once in a while, too.
Yeah, well, but sometimes that encourages a population to accumulate.
Yeah, I've seen new cats.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and raid the Graceful Bard. Thank you once again. Now, Sparky Toaster learned cereal first, then milk is the most popular choice. And then more cereal.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all right, we're going to go ahead and raid. And I also learned that Dune is going to be waking up really early. And all right, thank you everyone for joining. And you all have a good night.
Yeah.
There we go. We rated with 5 this week.
Ooh.
Wow. Record.
It's not bad. All right. I'll catch you all next week.
Yes.
All right, see ya.
Enjoy
good
you
luck,
too.
Good luck with your Windows Hello.
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
goodbye.
Thank you.
Right?
Goodbye.
Yep.
Goodbye.